Welcome to Learn Arabic with Manar. In the Modern Standard Arabic and in the Levantine dialect, we have the same letters. But in the Levantine dialect, sometimes we replace the heavy letters with the softer letters. And that's why today we will go over all these letters and we will see how they are pronounced differently in the Levantine dialect from the Modern Standard Arabic. If you have been following my channel, so you know that I already have a series about the similar letter in Arabic and how to pronounce them and how the replacement between these two similar letters will change completely the meaning of the word. So this video, it is as a continuation of that series. If you didn't see that videos, you could check them over there and I will leave you a link for them. Yalla, let's start. There are four letters. They are a little bit heavy and thick to pronounce, but we replace them in the Levantine dialect with a little bit softer letters. These letters are the, qa, and tha. We will see now together each letter of this. They have two replacements in the Levantine dialect. We will go over examples to understand them and see them better. Let's start with the. The we replace it with da sometimes, and sometimes we replace it with za. So in both cases, we don't write it the, we write it da, or we write it za. We will see now examples together so you could understand that more. Our first example, dhura, corn. In the Modern Standard Arabic, it is dhura. In the Levantine dialect, we replace the with da. Dira, dhura, dira. We also write it with da. Dhura, dira. Our second example is dhahab. Dhahab in the Modern Standard Arabic, gold. In the Levantine dialect, we say dahab. Dahab. Another example, it is udhun, ear. Udhun in the Modern Standard Arabic, we pronounce it idin. Idin. Udhun, Modern Standard Arabic, Levantine dialect, idin. Udhun, idin. The other letter to replace the in the Levantine dialect is za. Instead of saying the, we say za to be easier, like dhaka. Dhaka in the Modern Standard Arabic, intelligent. In the Levantine dialect, we say zaka. Dhaka, zaka. Also, dhikrayat, memories. In the Modern Standard Arabic, dhikrayat. In the Levantine dialect, zikrayat. It is easier. Dhikrayat, Modern Standard Arabic. Zikrayat, Levantine dialect. Also, we have the word ustadh. Ustadh. In the Modern Standard Arabic, it means teacher. In the Levantine dialect, we use istaz. Istaz. It is easier to pronounce. It's used in the Levantine dialect as teacher. Also, if you want to call someone, instead of saying sir, you will say istaz, in the way that if you want to be polite talking to someone, you could use istaz. The second letter is the. The. We don't pronounce it at all in the Levantine dialect. Instead of that, we pronounce it as za, za. We keep our tongue inside and we say heavy z, za, za. Or sometimes we replace it with da, da. I had a full video about how to pronounce the and da. You could check it over there. And let's see it inside some words like dharf. Dharf. Dharf, it means an envelope, and sometimes it's used like the situation. And in the Modern Standard Arabic, it is dharf. In the Levantine dialect, we say zarf. Zarf. We replace it with the heavy z. Zarf, zarf. Also, azim. Azim, it means great. In the Levantine dialect, we say it azim. Azim. Also, we have hadh. Hadh, it means luck. In the Levantine dialect, we pronounce it haz. Haz with the heavy z. A small note here. When we replace the with the heavy Z, za, we don't replace it in the writing. We still write it the, but we pronounce it za. Sometimes we replace the with da, da, the. So like nadhara, glasses, we replace it with da and it will be nadara, nadara. Also dhufr, a nail, dhufr, we say dhufr, dhufr. Also we have dhahr. Dhahr, it means back. In the Levantine dialect we pronounce it dahr, dahr. In the case of replacing the with da, we write it da. We don't write it the, so we write it dahr, dhufr, nadara. Our third letter is qa. Qa. I already explained how to pronounce qa in the pronunciation video. You could check it over there. So qa, most of the time we replace it with a to be easier than pronounce it qa, but sometimes we keep it and we say it qa. We will see now in the examples. For example, qalb, qalb, heart, we pronounce it in the Levantine dialect alb, alb. Also we have dhaqn, dhaqn, chin, we pronounce it da'an, da'an with the a. And you see also here we have the in the modern standard Arabic, we pronounce it da. So instead of dhaqn, we say da'an, da'an. Also we have qissa, story, qissa. In the Levantine dialect, we pronounce it ussa, ussa. Also we have the letter sa, we pronounce it in the Levantine dialect. I already explained how to pronounce sa in this video. Also you could check how to pronounce it. So we have qalb, alib, dhaqn, da'an, qissa, issa. Notice here when we are replacing qa with a, we don't write it a, we still write it qa, but we pronounce it in the soft way a. Sometimes we keep the qa sound in some words, like for example qimma, top, we still pronounce it qimma. Also qitar, a train, we still pronounce it qitar. Also we have qamus, dictionary, we still pronounce it qamus. Our fourth letter is tha, tha. Sometimes we pronounce it ta, ta. Sometimes we pronounce it sa, sa. Let's see the examples. For example, thiyab, thiyab, clothes. We pronounce it tiyab, tiyab, thiyab, modern standard Arabic. In the Levantine dialect, tiyab, tiyab. Also, thalj, snow, thalj. In the Levantine dialect, we pronounce it thalj, thalj. Also, we have thalatha, three. In the Levantine dialect, we say tlate, tlate. In case we're replacing tha with ta, also we replace it when we are writing. So we write it tiyab, thalj, tlate with ta. The other way to replace tha, it is sa, sa. Like muthallath, triangle, muthallath, we say it musallas, musallas. Like mathalan, it is for example. We say masalan, masalan. In this case, we keep writing it as tha, we don't replace it, but we pronounce it like sa. Also, we have a special word, we replace it in two ways. Sometimes we replace it with ta, sometimes we replace it with sa. In the Levantine dialect, it changed the meaning. So the word is mathal in the modern standard Arabic. In the modern standard Arabic, it could mean idiom and it could mean example. In the Levantine dialect, when we pronounce it as ta, we mean idiom. So we say matal. Matal, it means idiom in the Levantine dialect. But if we replace it with sa and we say masal, masal, it means example. So matal, it is idiom. Masal, it is example. If you have any questions how words and letters pronounced differently between modern standard Arabic and Levantine dialect, just leave me a comment and I will answer you. If you liked today's video, give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you will be notified about my new videos. Thank you for joining me today. See you next week. Yalla bye!